I have officially declared war. They started it. I merely responded. Now, before anyone writes to tell me that weeds are an important part of the ecosystem, I understand that. Well, no, really, I don't. I mean, that's like saying spiders or mosquitoes or sharks are important parts of the ecosystem. And we all know that can't be true. But for the sake of argument, I'll go along with it. And look, I do appreciate ecosystems, more or less. I simply wish this particular ecosystem would relocate to, I don't know, maybe Australia. Isn't that where every poisonous plant and creature on the planet takes up permanent residency? Or, well, at least across the street in the new house construction site. They'll need some good friendly weeds to get started. You know, sort of like a housewarming gift. Anyway, every spring I begin with optimism. This, I tell myself, is going to be the year. Gloves? Check. Tools? Check. Knee pads? Check, check. Bucket? Check. And I've watched at least 3 gardening videos by people who, well, they smile way, way too much. But I'm ready. So, I visually locate the first one. And I walk up to it, nonchalantly flexing my gloved fingers and gently rolling my neck to each side. I kneel down on my padded knees, grasp the weed's primary stem close to the surface of the ground, and voila! The first weed comes out beautifully, roots and all. I hold it up like I've just been handed the Lombardi trophy. That's right, I say. Who's your daddy? But the rest of the weeds seem to remain strangely confident. Well, by lunchtime, I've removed 73 of them. Yeah, I counted. Of course I counted. I mean, who doesn't count? So I stand up and stretch my back, wipe my forehead, and I take one long, satisfying look across the yard and immediately spot 12 I somehow missed. Where did they come from? I know I got 'em all. Now, I am convinced that weeds have some sort of, camouflage superpower, or maybe an invisibility cloak, or, well, something. Because they have this uncanny ability to hide behind perfectly respectable blades of grass, or underneath the leaf of a beautiful hydrangea plant. Then, the moment I put my tools away, they stand up, slowly, stealthily, even politely, so as not to draw my attention. I mean, it's crazy. I don't even see the slightest movement out of the corner of my eye. "Oh, good," one says with a snarky tone. "He's finished." Now, I've noticed something else that is really, really peculiar. The smaller the weed, the deeper the root. You grab hold of a tiny little thing no bigger than a postage stamp, and apparently its root is anchored somewhere near the earth's core. You pull gently. You don't want to break the head off, right? Nothing. You pull a little harder. Still nothing. Now you've got both feet planted. You grasp it firmly with both hands, and you're leaning back like you're trying to start an old lawnmower, and suddenly the weed snaps off, and you go flying backward and land in an awkward and humiliated heap. The root, however, remains exactly where it was. Only now you don't know where it was because now you can't see it. And you realize you will have to wait until it shows its sneering face later this summer before you can attempt round 2. And I don't think that's by accident. I think weeds train for this. In fact, I am pretty sure that they hold strategy meetings every night around 2 in the morning. One of them climbs onto a dandelion, clears his throat, and says, "Well, good evening, everyone. He's getting discouraged. Excellent work." The little clover patch applauds. "Oh, yay." The crabgrass laughs a little too hard. And one ambitious dandelion volunteers for tomorrow's assignment. "I'll grow in the middle of the walkway." Perfect. By August, neither side has technically won. Well, at least that's what I tell myself, because I don't want to give in. Both sides are exhausted. Okay, really, I'm the only one who is exhausted. The weeds, well, they seem to have an unending and unrelenting source of strength. And they're still here. And I'm still here. We see each other nearly every day. And there is a certain reluctant mutual respect that's developed. And it kind of goes like this. I pull one, and 3 more of them appear. So it's really become less of a war and, well, more of a long-running, well, let's call it a disagreement. Still, tomorrow morning, I'll walk outside with my gloves, my little shovel, my knee pads, and my bucket, and an entirely unreasonable amount of confidence, still thinking I have the upper hand. So if you happen to drive by and see me arguing with a dandelion, just keep driving. Put your head down, don't make eye contact, and act like you're minding your own business. After all, I'm just negotiating.